Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review and another Bavarian Weissbier. This one comes from the town of Kaltenberg in Bavaria, and it's quite known one, I would say. It's a label at least that's quite easy to recognize. It's the König Ludwig Weissbier, and it looks like this, and it's their Weissbier Hell. And I have some other beers in this series, which I'm gonna show you as I used to do. It's their Helles, which looks like this, and I'm gonna review that in the future, of course. And I also have their Dunkel, which looks like this, and I'm also gonna review that in the future, of course. This one is their Helles Weissbier, and I will show you the cap also right here, the coat of arms from König Ludwig II from Bayern. And here's the front label, the back label is looking like that, quite long text, which is always nice to read. Bier von königlicher Hochheit, gebraut von Prinz Luitpold von Bayern. Für den Kenner köstlicher bayerischer Bierspezialitäten, gebraut nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot und wertvollen Familienrezepten mit einer feinen Betonung und den gesättigten Weißbieraromen. Der Qualitätsanspruch der Hauses Wittelsbach ist höchstes Anliegen und ich achte persönlich darauf. Link to the brewery's website is also here on the back label, which I'll link to in the description box below as always. 5.5 ABV. Zutaten: Wasser, Weizenmalz, Gerstenmalz, Hopfenextrakt, Hefe. König Ludwig GmbH, Schlossbrauerei Kaltenberg in Fürstenfeldbruck. And it's a really nice Schlossbrauerei castle brewery, which I suggest that you go and check out on pictures and so on. But over to some history information about the brewery as always. Prince Regent Luitpold Weissbier is a brand name for a series of 4 wheat beers from the castle brewery Kaltenberg. The series includes a golden wheat beer with light taste, a fuller dark wheat beer with tones of cloves and chocolate, a crystal wheat beer unfiltered, or filtered of course, and a light wheat beer with only 2.9 volume alcohol. The beer has been named after Prince Luitpold of Bavaria, the brewery's current owner, and the brewery is located in his idyllic castle 4 miles west of Munich. The original castle was built in 1292 by Duke Rudolf of Bavaria, and the present building dates from the end of the 17th century. Some more information that I found on the Wikipedia site. The König Ludwig GmbH Schlossbrauerei Kaltenberg is a brewery in Fürstenfeldbruck, Upper Bavaria, Germany. Their slogan, Bier von königlicher Hochheit, or Beer of Royal Highness, refers to the brewery's heritage, which can be traced back through the Kingdom of Bavaria, long associated with beer and brewing. The current proprietor, Prince Luitpold of the House of Wittelsbach, is the great-grandson of the last king of Bavaria, Ludwig der Dritte, and by extent a descendant of the original signorities of the 1516 Bavarian purity law and Ludwig der Erste, whose wedding celebration marked the first Oktoberfest. The House of Wittelsbach is known to have owned a brewery by 1260. 32 years later, Rudolf I, Duke of Bavaria, built Schloss Kaltenberg, which houses part of the brewery's facilities today. The brewery as it exists today was opened in 1870. In 1980, Martabräu Brewery in Fürstenfeldbruck was purchased, where the company administration is now located, where a large part of its production takes place. In 2001, Prince Luitpold entered into a 50-50 joint partnership with Warsteiner. A smaller brewery in Holzkirchen was also integrated into the company in 2007, and a joint venture established with a Postbrauerei in Tannhausen. As of 2004, production was up to 340,000 hectoliters annually, of which 100,000 are produced at the brewery's Schloss Kaltenberg facilities. Much of the international production takes place under the license of the United Kingdom, Sweden, India and Croatia under the Kaltenberg brand. And I could also mention some other information about this brewery on their website. Centuries-old Wittelsbach brewing tradition forms the foundation for an internationally successful licensing business with the Royal Bavarian beer brands. Beer has always been an important part of Bavarian culture, and the members of the ruling family were staunch promoters of the art of brewing. The unique internationalship between the ruling family and an interest in the product, which has spanned almost 800 years, ensured that beer became a part of the cultural heritage of Bavaria. By introducing the Bavarian purity law in 1516, the Wittelsbachs left behind a great legacy for brewing world. Today, it is still considered to be a global quality standard and a benchmark for the brewing of pure, delicious beers. The first brewery in the House of Wittelsbach was founded in Munich in 1260 by Duke Ludwig the Strict. Since then, a total of 70 Wittelsbach breweries have been created over the centuries. The home of today's beer business, run by Luitpold, Prince of Bavaria, is the König Ludwig Schlossbrauerei Kaltenberg near Munich. It is where all the Bavarian specialty beers are brewed. König Ludwig International GmbH holds all of the registered trademarks for the royal brands of Kaltenberg, König Ludwig Dunkel and König Ludwig Weissbier, which it commercializes by means of international licensing. The company thus assumes responsibility for global brand management. That's some information and history about this interesting brewery. As I said before, feel free to go and check out this location, the beautiful Schloss Brauerei. Always interesting with breweries that are brewed at a castle, in my opinion. So that is this one is a good example of that. The König Ludwig Weissbier from the Schloss in Kaltenberg. As I said, this is Weissbier, which means that I'm gonna show you, as always, which I used to do, how to pour up a Weissbier, since that pouring technique is a little bit different comparing to other pale lagers and so on. First, you need to have a Weissbier glass. You need to rinse the glass, use only cold water. This is to make the beer pour more easy into the glass. Don't dry it afterwards with any handkerchiefs and things like that could leave traces on the glass, which is a bad thing, of course. So only cold water, not any chemicals or things like that. Keep it just the way it is afterwards. It's not a bad thing at all that it's water left. After that, open up the bottle. You hold the glass in an angle like this, 45-degree angle. Let the beer pour slow, nice, gently into the bottle. Like this. You do it really slow. You turn it up like this, fill it up ahead, and keep some beer at the bottom. When it's about this left, you keep the rest, because when it's Weissbiers, the yeast continue to yeast in the bottle, which means that the yeast are being collected at the very bottom of the beer. So you need to make it part of the beer again, and therefore you need to rotate the bottle like this. You can do it like this, you can swirl it like this, you can place it on the table and you roll it back and forth. But this is the way you do it. Pour up the rest. You see the yeast comes out nice, gently. And then you get the right taste also. So you're gonna have to be patient and just let it take its time while you're pouring up a Weissbier. But this is the way to do it. It can take some time. It's no need to rush. You just need to get it right. Like this. Might be enough. And there we have it, the perfectly served Weissbier. Color-wise, it's quite typical with the kind of cloudy apricot colored yellow orange look, really cloudy, just the way a Hefeweiss, Bavarian Hefeweiss always is, and a nice white head also. The important thing is start to drink while it's a big head, just the way people in Bavaria used to do. The aromas are there, of course. The banana aroma, fruity, fresh aroma, as it always is on these Bavarian wheat beers, is of course very dominant. Feel hints of mango and pineapple, just the way it always is on these great Bavarian wheat beers. As I used to say, I really love Weissbiers. Bavarian Weissbiers might be my favorite beer style actually. So always enjoy to drink these Weissbiers. So let's do it this time too. Prost! Of course, really fresh, no disappointment whatsoever. Recognize the true Bavarian Weissbier taste, the fruitiness, the freshness, nice balance, really good quality, just in the quality of the other big Bavarian Weissbiers. Really good choice that you should go and check out, in my opinion. Really pleasant. For me, I must say, must be my favorite beer style at the moment, and I really always think about the location of the brewery and where it comes from when I enjoy a beer. And in this case, what could be more beautiful than Bavaria, in my opinion? It's hard to think of something more beautiful to me. Nature and so on. I'm longing back for that, to be honest, when I visited Bavaria. Because it's so beautiful. And I really understand why this beer is the most popular beer style in Bavaria. It really fits nice into that environment. Yeah, I mean, it's so smooth, easy to drink. Really a big difference to Pilsner, which is more has that hops bitterness. This just has the really smooth, refreshing taste. And I mean, Pilsners is of course also very refreshing, but this is in a different way tested. Fruity, especially banana, hints of the aroma coming from the brewing process. This unfiltered Hefeweizens is so great. Yeast and the other ingredients, making it so good. Yeah, it's the wheat that is creating this special greatness of the Weissbiers. Really something you should try, in my opinion. A great Weissbier this. I'm always longing for Weissbiers actually. So to me those are really great. Yep, that's it. That's the König Ludwig Weissbier Hill. Looks like this from König Ludwig II from Bayern. He was the one who did build the famous Neuschwanstein castle also. I think you know about Neuschwanstein castle already, but go and check it out. The most beautiful castle in my opinion in the world. Really impressive castle. I've been visiting it myself some years ago. Really nice experience to visit Neuschwanstein, and yeah, it was built by König Ludwig II from Bayern. So yeah, this is a big recommendation from me. Schlossbrauerei Kaltenberg in Fürstenfeldbruck. Really nice Weissbier this. So check it out and try it if you're interested in high quality, nice Bavarian Weissbiers. I think that's it for now. I hope you to continue to follow my channel for more interesting beer reviews. There's a lot of interesting ones that will be coming up, of course. And with that said, I see you again in the next video.